ekigenda okuddirira ye delegates conference yetuteekateeka nga August 2 bwanaaba tewaliwo kikyuse tujja kuba tubabuulira. So njala nnyo bbaaniriza wano olwaleero. Ngenda kukola emirimu ebiri. Okusooka ngenda kubeera MC wa feezi eno esembayo. Naye njagadde nnyo bajjukiza ebintu bino nga sinabagenda ku mulimu gwange gwe neewadde ogw'obwa MC. Okusooka, colleagues, we will be using Luganda because this is a meeting here, but we'll also be mixing with English to make sure that everybody follows. On January 26, January 26 next year, if we don't state something dramatic, Yoweri Museveni will make 39 years in power. January next year, 26. Having grabbed power January the same day, 38 years ago. In these years, the 38, Kenya has changed presidents from Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta. Now they have William Ruto. In Tanzania, Museveni came into power when Nyerere was the president. Nyerere went, Hassan Mwinyi came and went, Benjamin Mkapa came and went, Jakaya Kikwete came and went, Pombe Magufuli died in his second term. There is now Suluhu. Those are actually almost about 6 presidents in Tanzania. Uganda is still stuck with Museveni, who officially, Museveni will be 80 years officially because he says he doesn't know when he was born. Museveni is the 3rd longest president in Africa. Obianga Nguema Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea, who has been in power for 44 years, is the longest president both in Africa and in the world. This one is followed by Paul Biya. Paul Biya of Cameroon is 91 years old. He has been in power for 41 years. So therefore in Africa, Museveni with 39 years is the 3rd longest president in Africa. In the whole world, Museveni is number 4. His position of number 3 is taken by Cambodia's Hun Sen. The president of Cambodia is number 3 longest serving in the world. He's taken Museveni's position, so Museveni comes in number 4. Overstaying in power is the only contest both in Africa and in the world where Museveni has a medal, overstaying in power. In human development, if you look at the UNDP Human Development Report, Uganda is in position 159 out of 193 countries. So the UN assessed countries in human development, and they start with the last one. So Uganda is 159. The first country was Switzerland, I think. So overstaying in power is where Museveni has won a medal. But when it comes to growing his country, in his class is 159. Therefore, impoverishing citizens is a contest that Mr. Museveni is winning. Fighting against life presidency is the main reason the Forum for Democratic Change was formed and formally registered on Thursday, December 16, 2004. The registration certificate of FDC was picked from Electoral Commission by Honorable Jack Sabiti and Honorable Betty Kamia. You know what has happened to both. December 16, therefore, is a day on our calendar, a very big day. Next year, December 16th, FDC will make 20 years, will be 20 years. That's why when this political platform called FDC, that's when on Thursday, 16th, this political platform called FDC was registered at the time to lead the struggle against the left presidency. That was at the peak of debate in the country and in the parliament over the removal of term limits. Because if term limits had not been removed, by now we would even have forgotten that Museveni was the president, maybe those who are reading history. Eventually, you remember what happened? Museveni bribed the MPs with 5 million. They changed the constitution in 2005. 2017, Museveni bribed the NRM MPs with 200 million. They removed the age limit, and that's why we are stuck with this man. His age mate in America, Joe Biden, at 81, he said no, it is no longer possible to be a president at 81. But you can see Museveni is still swearing. I think the only power remaining in his body is swearing, I will do this to you. Peaceful transfer of power, therefore, which has eluded our country since its formation 62 years ago, is the main agenda, is the main reason why the FDC was formed. Please don't be deceived. There are people who are now thinking that maybe because of his age, maybe he's about to go, he's about to die. African leaders are very difficult. I have told you, Paul Biya, at 91 years, he has announced he will contest the next election in 2026 at 91. He will be 93. Paul Biya of Cameroon is 91 years. But he has said, I will contest the next election in 2026. So even this Museveni, if there is still some energy in him, he will still want to contest. Mugabe, until he was stopped at 91, he wanted to continue. So you the younger people who think maybe the man has become very old, is about to go, please, Museveni does not want to go, we have to remove him. And why it is very important and very urgent today, we have just started the financial year. You recently saw him quarreling over budget. Next financial year, we will as a country projected to collect 31 trillion shilling taxes from all of you. 31. But the debt that is due to be paid the next financial year, the debt is 34 trillion. So Uganda will collect 31 trillion, but it has a debt that is due to be paid the next financial year of 34 trillion, which means the rest of the money is going to be borrowed. So Mr. Museveni has contracted a debt now of 97 trillion, which is 52% of your total wealth, what they call GDP as a country. And when Museveni collects this money, this is what he does with it. And I am concluding. I wanted to give you that background for you to understand why we are here. This financial year, Museveni has given Magola Mathias, you know that guy who said he's going to produce a vaccine for COVID. So far, Museveni has given him 723 billion. That is establishing a pharmaceutical factory. Museveni so far has given Pineti 476 billion that he is constructing a specialized hospital at Rubo. Museveni has given Amena 553 billion that he is constructing a sugar factory in Amur. Museveni has given Professor Moranga 120 billion that she's constructing a factory to process banana in Busheri. It's just giving money, your money. Museveni has given his son-in-law Wawo, whose duty is to teach Uganda how to drink coffee and to export it. So far, 105 billion. Museveni has given Kira Motors 312 billion that they are going to produce electric buses. For 5 years they have produced only 20, but they have taken 312 billion. In the budget, Museveni went and invaded Congo. His brother Salim Saleh, Kazini, Surasemakula and others looted gold and timber from Congo. Congo went to court. Uganda was fined $325 million US, which is 1.2 trillion. Every year now, we are budgeting money to pay Congo. Last financial year, we paid 248 billion. And then you hear Museveni on TV that is fighting corruption. I think if you are a student and I'm your teacher and I ask you to define corruption and you don't add the word Museveni there, I'll give you 0 if I am your teacher. I think everybody now in class, when they ask you what is corruption, if you put Museveni, I give you 100%. The rest you can leave. But that old man is on TV, I am fighting corruption, I am fighting corruption. We are paying Congo 1.2 trillion because his brother Salim Saleh, Kazini, Surasemakula and others looted Congo's gold and timber. And all of you are being made to pay Congo 1.2 trillion. And this is the money that we are budgeting every year. I therefore wanted UFDC leaders and members to know why we are in this fight. As Museveni is aging, is preparing his family to continue with the family rule. You've seen his son. How stupid are we that we allowed Museveni to appoint his wife with suspicious academic qualification to be the Minister for Education? How stupid are we? That Museveni appointed his son to lead the military. And young people, I don't want to discourage you. In fact, me, I will join you tomorrow as you march to Parliament. But you must understand what you are marching against. I have told people, when the banana wilt disease came here, we are told by the experts that if you want to fight it, you remove the whole stem, the whole banana. These examples you see at Parliament, in the judiciary, everywhere, it is like when you see when you see a banana leaf turning yellow, so you can pick a knife and cut it, but the disease will remain. So the marching of Parliament, I encourage it, should continue. But the marching should be where Museveni is, whether Rwakitula, whether Entebbe, because that is the banana wilt disease killing the country. So these banana leaves turning yellow, those ones you can cut, but the disease will remain. Therefore, this meeting today should know that if you read the budget of Uganda, in this budget, Museveni is educating secretly 2,800 students. Nobody knows who they are. No wonder when you meet police now and the military, the senior commanders speak one language because they are beneficial of this. In 2000, Dr. Messi spoke about this during a radio talk show in Mbarara. I think it was Radio West. He was wondering why Museveni was operating a school in Lake Mbulu. That school, Kanyareli Primary School, where people who were being admitted were of the same ethnic group. He now has another one in Gomba. These graduates are the ones you see the police tear gassing us and beating us. So the man has been preparing that when he dies, then his family and the clansmen should take over Uganda. Nolwekyo abali wano olwaleero njagadde bo background eyo temwerabira lwaki tuli wano.